Guys, what's going on? Right, it's at the Palm Mall. So this video here is just to give you a general basic rundown, or that's how I am. I run the e-commerce business from home. How it is I'm able to import stuff from China and get them here and run them, right? So just a basic kind of vlog type logistics as to the business and how the business can run, and just some of the basic stuff that you do. You'll get to see a little behind the scenes, a little bit more in depth of how we actually do it, right? So you'll actually see how I was able to turn a little over 2,000 into 70 something hundred in about 2 weeks or something like that, right? You'll get to see how it is the business is done and how the whole process does look from the back here. So after you look at this video and you want to say get more involved, where you really want to start and actually set up your own e-commerce business from home and stuff, you will have a general idea how it does look and feel, right? And then you could always go ahead and get started, and you will learn the actual rundown as to how to go ahead and be able to produce this kind of money while working from home, right? Not ever having to leave your house, essentially. Cool. So stay tuned. So the first thing we're going to do is actually find the product. So we head into the computer here, and we're going to line up how it is we're going to get the products and start the business, right? So this is from the very beginning how it is we do the whole thing all the way to the end, and then we'll see the results at the end of it, right? This is how we find products and stuff, right? So this is how we think ourselves through the business. So you find a product that you believe in, whether it be clothing, whether it be consumer grade electronics like me, whether it be whatever, right? You pick a product and an item that you believe in and you think you could sell and people would buy. We have local suppliers and international suppliers and a list that we would send to you, so you would have a base to start at as to where to go, how we would actually show you how to navigate this platform and stuff like that, right? So the item I decided to go with was this flash drive for phones here, right? So when you see it, you go through all the specs, all the details, everything. You make sure everything good with you, right? You go ahead and start the order and pay based on the quantity you want, based on the gigs, right? So you just look through all these little details and stuff. So this is a basic, right? So you wouldn't go too much in depth into it, but you go through the whole order and you make a decision. So once you're happy, you go ahead and you purchase it. Now, we did purchase the item, so we know how much everything costs. And so our total cost to get it to Miami after paying shipping to get it there and purchasing the product, I think we purchased 100 of this item here. So the total cost is this, right? So it's a 324, so let's say 325 US, right? By 7 would be 22.75, right? So 22.75 is what we paid to get it shipped out of China and to get it to Miami. This is before we import it into the country. Now, because I already did this, I know exactly how much money I paid for shipping. So we paid $150 TT to get the item cleared here. So our total cost is $24.25 for 100 of the items, right? So $24.25 is what we paid to get the items in stock. So we paid the supplier, we paid shipping on both fronts, and now we have the information on the product on hand here, right? So we paid $24.25. Now because we know we had $100, we can then simply divide that by 100 products, and we would see that we paid $24.25 per item, right? So $24.25 per item is what we paid total, essentially, to get the product here. So that's what anything above $24.25 is pretty much profit, right? So then now we could just minus this from 100, which we were selling the item for, and we would make $75.75 per item, right? And then if we multiply that by 100 items that we have and we sell, we make $7,575 profit, right? So this is the aim, this is the mission. So we do this before we even start. So we start here, we get this done, and then we push on to the next step of actually organizing the ads and whatever to get the business up and running, right? So I'll see you on the next side. I collect the package, right? So the package will come up to $150, right? So as you can see here, and 150, and if you bring me back to front, and so I will open it now and I will tell you how it's looking, how it come, and then how it is we're going to organize it, bag it up, and get it delivered to the customer. So I don't know if the lighting terrible or whatever. Right. But yeah, so it comes small. It comes smaller than I thought it would have come. And so I pay $150 for it, man, was right. So then we open it up here. Right, so This is them here. And then this side going into the actual computer now. So this is how it functions here. A few different colors. We have some red ones, some of these kind of brownish ones, blue ones. So that we build the ad and try to pack them up. Okay, so the next thing is be to actually build the ad that you're going to promote, right? So you want to make it nice, quick, engaging, snappy, right? We will show you how to market the ads based on your your business and stuff, right? So you'll get, even if you don't know how to edit videos and stuff, we will show you how to do that in the detail course, right? So essentially, this little area here by the grass wall is where I will shoot product videos. Right by the wall here, have a box light that I use to highlight the video to get good quality. Right, any phone you have, ideally you want to make them outside if you could. Right, but if you can't make them outside, you can just get a simple ring light or whatever. Anywhere that I think I pay like 200 or something for this in price, man. And you just shoot the videos there. That's so you can be able to promote your stuff. And so this is the next step in making the video or the ad. And I'll show you how the ad turned out and what we're using to promote on social media. The phone storage for this one device. Extra 32 gigs of storage to save all the pictures and videos. For iOS and Android, easy to just plug in, download, and you're good to go. When you're ready, just plug into a computer or anywhere using a regular flash drive, and you get all the videos and pictures uploaded right in. 100 for one nationwide delivery and to be able to. Right, so what I'm going to do now is just walk you through how to actually use like Facebook Ads Manager, like a basic, run through. I remember that everything, all the details would be in the full course, right? So this is just to show you like how you build an ad using Facebook Ads Manager and stuff like that. Just to get the engagement, the awareness, stuff like that shit out, right? So once we build the ad, it would be shown on Instagram and Facebook. Your WhatsApp would be connected to your page. So like somebody see the ad, they would message you, you will get your stuff on WhatsApp. And then from there, you can go ahead and answer your messages, pack up your orders, do whatever to get your product shipped out. So you will see that on the back end there. Right? So we're going to hop over to Ads Manager just to kind of see how that is done, and we will go from there. It's just basic information about your ad and stuff, right? So whatever little basic stuff, right? So this page can kind of almost be ignored to some degree, right? Just make sure that for any special categories or anything like that on the ad running, right? So after that, now the second one on the left hand side here, right, which is mostly I put mostly Samsung users. The first one I only had them for iPhone, and this next step I bring here, I bring for Android mostly because a lot of persons, most people have Android, so they was requesting the Android ones, right? So on the second page here now, when I rename it, so a pro tip, right? Before you come in to set up your business ads manager and stuff, you would want to have all these stuff set up, right? So you want to set up your Facebook page, right? So notice all my stuff have the same logo and stuff. So for that cohesion, now you want to set up your Facebook page first, right? Your Facebook page, put all your content on the page first or stuff like that, right? So when people land to the page, they have something to see, right? Have your messenger ready, where you have any automated responses or anything like that. You have your Instagram ready. I mostly use Instagram because I'm not sure about how much people use Facebook. Like I scrolling through that, I could be wrong. But for me, I have a better skill set designed for Instagram to capture persons and stuff, right? So so you have your Instagram and obviously you have your WhatsApp business setup, right? So your WhatsApp business, say let's download it, you put whatever phone number you want to use, and you have these things lined up here. Right? So the estimated reach per day is 3 to 8,000 persons that would see the ad every day. Right? So the more money you spend, the more people would actually see an ad. And I should expect at least 10 persons to message me per day. Based on what Facebook have as in their algorithm, they would know who most likely to message and stuff, right? This is a fairly new thing here to show you what for your budget, what's supposed to be happening. Right? But you can relatively ignore this. Even if they say 10 conversation, it'll just be a lot. Right? So the start date, as I can see, was the 6th of July when I initially started to run the ad. And I have it. I didn't run nothing. I didn't run this ad until now, which is June 9th. And but to end it off today is actually Friday, the 3rd of January, and I'm going to run it till January 9th, right? So you can increase your budget during specific time periods. So you would have times, now you will not have this on, right? So you will have times when, for whatever reason, Facebook just hitting and people, like your ad and they seen it and stuff. So they would use a little bit more of your budget to push it out a little bit more when it is getting results, right? Just have time when everybody's on the phone and whatnot and stuff like that, right? So your location is Trinidad and Tobago. As you scale out and your company grow, your business grow, then you can target other countries outside of Trinidad and Tobago, right? So you can start to ship your stuff regionally and widen your market now, and cast a wider net. Cool. So all these other stuff here could just be ignored, minimum age 18, whatever. Yeah, for each have a wide enough bracket. Now this could work against you, right? So based on what you're selling, you don't need it to be this wide of a bracket, right? You could lower it down to 50 and stuff, and you could, according to what you're selling, um, most times people are a little bit older, so a little bit more money to spend, right? So you could even bring up the 18 each and all too, but that's something to play around with, right? But for now, cast your net as wide as you could, all genders obviously, and in here, what you're going to do is put as much detail as you possibly can in here. Right? So anything pertaining to the thing that you're selling, the item, and things surrounding it. So, for example, if it is, like we say, selling something for smartphone, I would also type in accessories for smartphones. Right, so this anything surrounding phones or whatever you may be selling, just things that would accompany it, and if you're going to put that information in here, right? And that's basically it. And then on the last slide here now, this is the creative side. So this is where your video is you're going to upload your video. No, you add creative. The video that you use is the most important thing, I would say. Beside everything is important, but what captures the person is the video, right? So you need to have a very good creative, right? On other topics, we will talk about how to actually craft your video to look good enough for people to actually get the ad run and stuff, right? So that's what you're going to use. And when I finish, make click publish, and that is it, right? So yeah, a brief rundown. I would show you how it is my stuff was looking, right? So if we could find, right? So as you can see, we had 210 messages, right? It reached 18,000 people, so the reaches people that saw it once, and the impressions is the people who saw it at least twice, right? So 34,000 people at least saw it twice. And as we say, we are spending 31 cents per message. We spend $65 US in all, right, to get the results. And that's how it is we're going to use the ads manager to target persons, right? So this is what for a relatively low price, you can reach a lot of persons, right? To be able to purchase your item and so. So this is the power using the ads manager. Right, so I get the ad to run, everything running smooth. So this is how I does run the e-commerce business kind of way, right? So while people talking to me, the customers and whatever, I just say log off, and answer messages, right? So we have quite a few messages to answer. We already get 5, 6, 7, 8. You already get 9 sales since we run the ad, and the ads had run yesterday, right? So once I log them, I would show them how I just actually log them into the system and then send them out for delivery, and that is part of how the whole business does work, right? So remember, everything online, everything is on the internet, so you don't really have to have a physical space. You don't really have to be doing, you can just kind of just answer your messages, take your orders, pack them up, and then they basically the life you live in, right? So I'll see you there when it is looking to package your orders on them. Software that we use to ship out to our customers, right? We input our customers' data in here, and the courier service would collect it at your location and then ship it to the customer. They would collect the money, the payment from your customer, whether it be cash or check or card, and they will deposit it into your bank for you, right? So when we get deeper into the program or the course or whatever, you'll get more details about which couriers we use and how we use them and all the special rates and perks that you have, right? So the recipient is Malo, right? They're sending it to him. His number is 399 5457, and his email is yapcast@gmail.com, right? So I would recommend you collect email information from your customers, so there's another way to market to them, to retarget them when necessary, right? So he is from Trinidad. You could select whatever country, right? They ship regionally, and let's say he lives San Fernando, right? So as you can see, it comes up here, whatever area, right? So you can put the street. The street name is Test. Number 1 Test. His building is number 1, and whatever, right? So his address is Freedom Street. Good, right? Nice. So postal code can be left out, all those things can be left out, right? Any additional information, reference points as to where to find the place, right? You could save the address for further use, and any additional information or whatever, right? You could then come put the weight of the item based on whatever item, the length, the height, whatever, and content could be cost, right? And how much you're paying for the course, right? So you're paying $1,000, right? How much are you paying? You're paying cash, check, right? So you say you're paying cash, and then all you have to do is just save and view price, right? Or you could save it all together, right? So you would see how much it would cost to ship to the customer, so you would know how much to charge for it, and you would see all the information show up here. Right? And once you go ahead and select it, then it would show up as if you just have an order, right? So you could go ahead here and click save, right? And then we would see the information where your customer is and whatnot and so on, and then you could go ahead and ship out to your customer or whatnot, right? So that's pretty much it. Yeah. Nice. So we get some orders, so they stay set, right? So what I'm going to do is show you how I just pack up the orders and get them prepared to get them shipped out, right? So as I say, we have 5 separate customers. I already sold one. I couldn't take it, I forget. But we sold between 5 customers. 6 customers. There's 22 we actually got sold, right? So I just going through the messages here. I went to bag them up for each person, write out the information on the bills, and get them prepared, right? So I have a receipt with return policy, everything, right? I have shipping labels that I just put on the packages for when the courier comes, to get them shipped out, and then once they're ready and the courier comes for them, I will show them the process of taking them out, how the money is look when they come back in, and how the whole business, right? Cool? So let me get down to work. Alright, the receipt. So this person bought 12. Right, so I'm not sure if I did get bigger package, so she'll do it. So she'll get, so I have different colors there, so she'll get 3 blue, 3 red, 3 black. Right, so back then 3 red for, so let me see if we can put, if all this would fit in here. If it don't fit, you'll get a bigger bag. Like that, package ready. So we have 2 ready packages, and then we will do up the rest. Right, so we have them down here, right, all the packages. So when the courier comes, it's just to deliver them. The courier would carry them to the customer. The customer would pay the courier with cash card, whatever. And then when they collect the money, now they will deposit it into the bank for me. And then that's be the whole business, right? You just take your money, you reinvest, and so you go again, right? So we go. I will see you on the next side again when these things get picked up for collection. Let's see if there's something from a vlog there. Alright, done better. Alright, so the latest update is it now active, right? And then see picked up today, and then when it delivered, we'll see delivered, and then we can look for the money to get deposited into the bank account. Okay, so we have an update 1 week later, and as you can see, we have a lot of delivered packages, right? So some of them only 1 cancellation, 1 postponed. They will try to deliver back to this guy these new ones, but for the most part, all got delivered, right? So I can't show it, I'll show you too much information. I would show you some of the prices, right? So like this person here took they took 5, so they paid 500. Right, this person took 6, they paid 600. Right, some people took 2, and some people took 3. Right, so we have a lot of person that take more than one, so we will match it up, and I would show you how much money you was able to earn over the week. Right, so stay tuned for the next video. Right, so if you could see here, we had a variety of deliveries, right? Quite a few sales we got. I believe we got 77 sales in total, right? So people from all over the country, even in Tobago, right? They purchase all cash on delivery. As you can look here and you can see different varying amounts that people purchased and stuff like that, right? So all in all, the gross sales was $12,225. What we grossed overall, right? We invested 2611, right? So I know it was 24, 25 or something at the beginning, but we did account for poly mailers, and the receipts and stuff, right? So we incorporated that cost. So the delivery, right? We paid $2,071 to the delivery firm. However, this $2,000 you can retain it if it is you do your own deliveries. Now we didn't actually do our deliveries, right? It's a time thing and a convenience thing, so we use and leverage courier services. But let's say you have the time, the vehicle, whatever, and you want to go ahead and do the deliveries for yourself, you could actually do it and retain this $2,000 extra. So whether it be your account for gas, and turn your vehicle, whatever, you could do your own deliveries. That would also help with being on time and making certain arrangements with your customers and stuff, right? So you could go ahead and do your own deliveries and keep this money essentially. We didn't do it, so this is somewhat of an expense for us, although we do put it on the customer, so we didn't actually pay out a pocket for it, right? And we was able to net $7,683, right? In 20 days. So depending on how you look at it, this could be a month or this could be 2 weeks, depending on how you look at it, right? So either way, this is great, right, for just being home and being able to run a business, a very simple or fairly simple business, as you'll see. Right, it don't take much, don't take no big set of logistics. It can be done, right? There's little details that you need to be able to go ahead and accomplish this, right? So this is essentially what we was able to do over the course of the 20 days I'm running the ads, right? Right, so that's pretty much it, right? That's the end of it. So this is a basic rundown of what I do e-commerce wise in terms of importation and stuff. So if this video interests you and you want to get started, you could always reach out to the person that told you about it, or you can reach out to me personally. So you can either reach out via the e-commerce group, the trading group, anywhere, DM, WhatsApp, anything, and get in contact and show your interest in it, right? So this will be done as a workshop, right? So it will be done as the majority of stuff you need, because this system is very easy, right? It's a plug and play system that anybody could implement to be able to actually start, right? There will be little technical things in there, and we will be here to assist you. So here how it would go. So most of the videos will be pre-recorded, right? Very, very detailed videos that you can just go ahead and copy and paste and follow along. The only things you'll be changing is which products you bring in and stuff, but the shipping companies, the suppliers, whether it be local and international, they will be supplied to you. We have some additional resources in terms of how to actually frame and structure your business. They would get information about registration of a business, taxation, stuff like that. So you get a full blueprint of how to set up and run your business online, right? So you would also get live class, right, every Friday for 1 hour for 4 weeks, right? So this business is a very straightforward, simple business, so it shouldn't take much to actually get it done. But we would be here to assist you along the way and answer any questions you have. And we have the e-commerce group that you forever could be in, to get any resources with me or be in contact with me at any point in time, right? But while you're setting up your business, you would have me at your disposal one-on-one to be able to answer any question and help you get set up on anything that you want, right? Beyond that, we have the e-commerce group, and we just inside and we discuss anything, any latest updates, like how we continue the shipping, and any like tariffs, like how we're going on now, any logistics that that might affect your business in any way. We would assist you with, and we have all the resources available to you, right? So if it's interesting, you want to get started, you want to do e-commerce, you want to import the products, you want to get your stuff done, you can reach out, and we will help you get started. And so thanks for being here, right? And we wish you all the best, and we hope to see you on the inside. Right? Later.